Stop losses feel like the financial equivalent of a seatbelt, responsible, sensible, and quietly heroic, until the car starts sliding on ice and suddenly the seatbelt is the problem. We need to talk about what really happens to your stop loss orders when the market doesn't just dip, it free falls off a cliff at 2 in the morning. Picture this. It's March 2020. The S&P 500 drops 34% in 33 days. And your tidy little stop loss at 10% below entry is supposed to save you, except the market gapped down so violently that your protection executed at 22% below where you set it. That's not a safety net. That's a trampoline facing the wrong direction. The dirty secret of stop losses is that they're limit orders, dressed up in superhero costumes. They work beautifully in orderly, liquid markets, and they completely fall apart precisely when you need them most. It's like buying fire insurance that only covers kitchen grease fires, but not the inferno. The behavioral reason we love stop losses so much is that they outsource our emotional decision-making to a number. And numbers feel rational even when the logic behind them is completely arbitrary. Did you pick 8% because of rigorous backtesting? Or because 8 just felt like a responsible adult kind of number? Think about the flash crash of May 2010, when the Dow dropped nearly 1,000 points in minutes before recovering almost entirely within the same session. Stop losses triggered on the way down, locked in real losses that the market handed back to anyone who just sat still. History keeps writing this same chapter, and somehow we keep acting like we've never read it. Volatility is the ecosystem that stop losses live in. And in a true systemic sell-off, volatility doesn't rise. It explodes, spreads, and corrupts the very price discovery mechanism your stop was depending on. The bid-ask spread during a panic can be so wide that your stop at $50 becomes a fill at $41 and change. And that difference is not a rounding error, that is a wealth event. Here's the misconception worth addressing directly. Stop losses don't remove risk. They convert one type of risk, drawdown risk, into a different type of risk, which is the risk of being out of position during the recovery. You didn't eliminate danger, you just traded the bear for the bull and missed the bounce. The historical lesson that keeps getting buried is that the investors who compounded the most wealth across the crashes of 1987, 2002, 2008, and 2020 were not the ones with the tightest stops, they were the ones with the most deliberate position sizing going in. If a 10% loss on a position doesn't threaten your financial life, maybe the stop loss is solving a problem created by an oversized position in the first place. Practical and unsexy as it sounds, the more durable strategy is to size your positions so that a 40 or 50% drawdown in that single holding is tolerable, not comfortable, tolerable, while you wait for mean reversion or a thesis to play out. That discipline, baked in before you ever place the trade, does more protective work than any stop ever could. There's also the tax dimension that nobody wants to bring up at the party. Every time a stop loss triggers in a taxable account, you've potentially created a realized loss or gain with real consequences. And in a fast market, you may be harvesting losses at the exact wrong moment, only to watch the position recover while you're sitting in a 30-day wash sale window. The IRS doesn't care that the market was irrational, your trigger was pulled, the paperwork is real. Ironically, stop losses are most psychologically comforting to people who probably need better position sizing education and least used by the seasoned traders who've been burned by gap downs enough times to know that the protection is partially illusory. There's a certain beautiful absurdity in the fact that the tool marketed as risk management can, in the wrong conditions, accelerate your losses and remove your recovery. Now, none of this means stop losses are useless in trending, liquid, low volatility environments. They absolutely earn their keep. And for highly leveraged positions, they can be genuinely capital preserving. The lesson is to understand what instrument you're actually holding rather than treating it like a universal shield. What we're really talking about beneath all of this is process discipline. The traders who survive decades of market cycles aren't the ones with the cleverest tools. They're the ones who never let a single position size get large enough that any outcome stopped out, held through, wrong thesis becomes catastrophic. Consistency, position limits, and the humility to know you will sometimes be wrong at the worst possible moment. That's the actual edge. The market will always find a way to make the obvious protection feel foolish, and then turn around and make the patient disciplined holder feel like a genius, and then do it all over again in reverse, just to keep everyone humble. You don't beat that system with a better trigger. You beat it by never needing to be right at exactly the right time. Whether you're thinking about managing risk in financial markets, building equity through real estate, or putting your capital to work in smart ways, we can help point you in the right direction. Check out our links in the description below to get started.